I have somebody that I know, like they're my friend, and
Yes.
they're into a lot of crime, like stories, but like they're true stories, and they listen to it a lot. Is that a sin to be listening to that? Like, even if it's like very small amounts, like, is that like a sin?
I like that, even if it's a small amount. I'm very glad you said that. This is a bottle of water, nice, clean, vitamin-enriched water. If I dropped one drop of arsenic into this, just one drop, would you drink it? You would? No, but it's just one drop. Now, how many sins did Adam commit before he was thrown out of the garden? One. I mean, how many fruits did he eat? Well, maybe one, maybe part of one. What Adam did was not monstrous in our sense of the word monstrous. He did not rob a bank. It wasn't suicide or genocide or infanticide or whatever, patricide or matricide or... He just did what vegetarians do. He consumed a fruit and was thrown out of the garden. So when my lovely sister says, even though it's just a little bit, that's all the devil needs. Let me tell you something. Do you know why the Bible consistently tells us, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind and with all thy strength? Why? Because for God to save you, listen to me carefully, he needs all of you. To destroy you, the devil just needs a little piece. Oh, you're not with me. It's my fault. To save you, God needs all of you. To destroy you, Satan just needs a piece of you. So God says, give me your whole heart. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy mind, all thy strength, all thy might. That's what we do not do. And so we have a lot of decent people on the way to hell. Look at what they were doing in the days of Lot. Likewise also, Luke 17:28, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. Which of those is a crime? None. Living life as usual. But God wasn't first. Lost. Most people who are lost will be decent people for whom Christ was not numero uno. Are you following me? My little sister, my young sister, a little bit of anything wrong is too much. Go to Ephesians 5. Let me show you something exactly in line. I'm so glad you asked that question. Go to Ephesians 5. Someone else come to the mic with the King James Version. Ephesians 5. Be therefore followers of God as dear children, and walk in love, as Christ also hath loved us and given himself for us, an offering and a sweet smelling. Okay, good. Read from verse 2 of read 3 of Ephesians 5. Listen carefully.
But fornication and uncleanness or covetousness.
Carefully now. Let it not
be once
named among you. That's become not once. Because once is too often. Thank you very much. Child Guidance, page 200, paragraph 2. That which we do once, we are more apt to do again. That's a psychological principle. But you turn that around for the good news. If you resist once, it's easy to resist the second time. Then the third time. It works both ways. And so a little of anything that's bad is not good. Catastrophic. Disastrous. That's how the devil gets you. Many years ago, this is an actual true story. The only children's story I can tell, really. I have only 2 children's stories. I trained some squirrels to eat out of my hand. And I would go to the backyard, beak, 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 and they'd come out of the trees. And I'd show them nuts. And one in particular would come closer than all the others. I said, this fella is bold. He'd come closer. He actually came up to my hand. I held a nut just like this. He came up, and for the nut, he missed the nut and grabbed my finger. And I felt the power in it, but he didn't bite down. He realized this wasn't the nut. Then he switched his grip, and he took the nut. I was grateful to God. And so he went off. The next day, wink, wink, he came. And I kept doing that. That was a summer. Then I put the nut in the palm of my hand and did that. And he came and his tail was swishing back and forth. Who is this guy? And then he put his two front paws right in my hand, took the nut, turned around and dashed off to the trees. And I said, I've got him. And I kept on doing that. Then I kept backing up. Now, I lived in the basement, so there was a sliding door. And I stepped into the door with a nut, and he came. Now, all the odors in the house he could smell. He was nervous. And he took it out of my hand and ran. Then I stepped back. Literally happened. I stepped back into the house. He came into the house. Took that nut.
Let us finish with this story of how Eskimos hunt
It's never
wolves.
overnight.
According to tradition, this is how an Eskimo hunter kills a wolf. First, the Eskimo coats his knife blade with animal blood and allows it to freeze. He then adds layer after layer of blood until the blade is completely concealed by the frozen blood. Next, the hunter fixes his knife in the ground with the blade up. When a wolf follows his sensitive nose to the source of the scent and discovers the bait, he licks it, tasting the fresh frozen blood. He begins to lick faster, more and more vigorously, lapping the blade until the keen edge is bare. Feverishly now, harder and harder, the wolf licks the blade in the cold Arctic night. His craving for blood becomes so great that the wolf does not notice the razor-sharp sting of the naked blade on his own tongue. Nor does he recognize the instant when his insatiable thirst is being satisfied by his own warm blood. His carnivorous appetite continues to crave more, until in the morning light, the wolf is found dead on the snow. Lessons from this story is this. Many kids begin using drugs, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, or engaging in unsafe sexual behavior for the same reasons that the wolf begins licking the knife blade. Many young people say, let us do this just for once and no one will see it. Some don't like to gossip, but once they give into it, they cannot come back from it. So the answer provided by Pastor Randy Skeet to the question is very true. At first, sin seems appealing and promising. It seems safe and delicious at first, but it doesn't satisfy. More and more is desired, leading to a crisis or death. Don't be fooled by the temptations of sin. Like the wolf, we can get away with it for a while. Eventually, however, its true character is revealed. Sin leads to death and destruction. For the wages of sin is death. Romans 6:23. Dear Christian friends, sin is not a good thing to play with. One sin has the power to cost your life. Ellen White warns us in the book Adventist Homepage 403, paragraph 3, those who would not fall a prey to Satan's devices must guard well the avenues of the soul. They must avoid reading, seeing, or hearing that which will suggest impure thoughts. The mind must not be left to dwell at random upon every subject that the enemy of souls may suggest. The heart must be faithfully sentineled, or evils without will awaken evils within, and the soul will wander in darkness. Everything that can be done should be done to place ourselves and our children where we shall not see the iniquity that is practiced in the world. We should carefully guard the sight of our eyes and the hearing of our ears so that these awful things shall not enter our minds.